Oh, thank you very much for that dialogue. Much appreciated there with the Twitch Prime subscription. Really appreciate it, man. Glad you enjoyed it. What a great way to start. I'm recording here, so this will be episode 5, I think it is. So that'd be pretty cool. Did stream just crash? No. What it is... Oh, I did need to actually go ahead and edit the chat settings, actually. I did need to do that. The only issue with the game is because it's... I wish we had like a windowed borderless, or if I could actually find where the music files where I can actually have it playing consistently, which would be nice. So I think I will quickly edit the actual Twitch chat. I had a comment saying it was good to have it, but they could do with... They would like it to be a little bit larger, or maybe a little bit clearer. So when we load in here, I'll quickly edit the chat there. Do let me know if the audio is a little bit too loud. We did have an update, not today, I think it was yesterday actually, so it has reset the settings here. Though Doubleday was not a popular commander, he was respected by his men as a hard fighter, and the respect had much increased by his handling of them in the day's battle at Gettysburg. Oh, that's really appreciated, man. Thank you very much for that dialogue. I don't sub to many people, but when I do, I really enjoy their content. So far, I think you have done the best use. That's really high praise there. That is significantly higher praise than probably deserved. There are definitely better people out there who are definitely doing better content. I play this game like I play the War in the Pacific, and essentially, because that's such a complicated game as well, I find it's one of these things of where even if you were to edit things, it just, I don't know, I don't think you really conveyed the proper, the actual true story there, really. That seems to be new. Did we always have an outline along the coast? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Seems a little bit new. But that's really appreciated, man. But there are definitely people who are doing significantly better content than I am, quality-wise. Let me go ahead and just edit this here, make the channel a little bit larger. I love when people actually tell me that they would like something done, so then the best way to get it done is just to remind me, because sometimes I will forget to do things. Let's see, how can I'll make it larger here. Make it a little bit larger. Colour would be interesting. Right, we'll go with that. Ideally that's significantly better, so you guys will be able to tell me then shortly if that is or not. Audio is fine? That's awesome. Yeah, the music is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it is quite fantastic. And we have actually had some little changes over here. British intervention is now red, whereas opposed to before it was green there, which is interesting. So policies and subsidies can influence the relation to European nations. Oh, I still have the overlay up there. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Looking good now. Let's try and get the music going again. There we go, excellent. Yeah, there we go. Should be a lot better now. Ideally, anyway. So, let's take a look at these logs then. Is it right click to open? I seem to be closing it. No, it's not happening for some reason. Maybe because they were from beforehand. Not too sure. But they were only about like destinations reached, so that's not too bad. Ah, yes. It went fairly well. We definitely learned a lot about command. Okay. Interesting. Not seeing the actual force here. Oh, I'll have to bear that in mind there, Roach. Does it make a difference in the actual post-processing side? Post-processing side. Is this the Oh, this is the... Oh, this is strange. We're loaded in as a union. That's very strange. I do hope we still have our game. I just clicked continue scenario. Ah. Well, that kind of sucks. It looks like we don't have our campaign. Oh, that kind of sucks there. Yeah, so I click continue scenario. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll start again. That's no problem then. It's a little bit of pain. We don't have to do all the initial startup that we talked about Yeah, I can't wait until they add actual proper staff slots. Well, actual slave slots would be nice. Slave? Save slots. It's got some reading. Oh well, that's fine. We know what early access is like, don't we? Oh, can I continue? Let's see, continue scenario. Maybe we can continue here, we'll see. The game was updated, so it looks like it's actually reset the settings. I'm hoping that we still have our campaign there. I don't know. It had us load in as Union. We'll see there. Don't know, but unless you get more views, you can only use the source quality. Right, okay. I'll have to take a look at that, actually. I'll take a look at it after the actual stream, then. Going full summon. I'm just really hoping and praying that we actually can continue with our campaign. I mean, fans, we weren't too far in, so it's not too bad. We'll be able to get quickly back to where we were. So not too bad. A lot of what we did at the start was obviously just talk and discussion. We know what we'd be doing, so that's not too bad. So we'll see. Just cross those fingers right. Oh, do go ahead and check out Commissar Roach on YouTube, by the way, there, guys. He has a great channel. He's a fantastic painter. Please load. Oh, there we go, thank God for that. I would do it for South is going to have an initial advantage in morale and skill. Well, we do have an advantage, which is quite good. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it, there, Roach? Definitely some bugs. But I mean, this is it. We know that it's beta. I'm looking forward to when the game... I mean, this is it. It'll be coming out on the 20-something of August. And that's going to be like public early access. So if it's this good already, I'm looking forward to seeing what the finished product will look like. Oh, there we go, good 98. Oh, God's sakes. I'm praying it works here. Come on. But even if it does load in as Union... Ooh, okay, okay. Let's see. We have Army of Virginia. It's March 7th. Let's see. This is a little bit of Escape from Tarkov. Yeah, live stream is really good. Oh, I think we've got it. Oh, fuck yeah. I think we got it. Or maybe this is before the battle. Maybe this is actually before the battle. Yes, it is. Oh, thank God for that. We actually have the campaign still. Oh, that's super. Okay, really good there. Really good. And performance is still none, as you'd imagine. And in fairness, I'm still recording here, so it does make it slightly worse. But yeah, there we go. Fantastic news. I think we're a little bit... yeah, I think we're a few days away from where we left off. But I'm looking forward to when we can actually get the proper save games going. So we're going to have these forces actually move out to Knoxville then. So they can move there. We're going to send Second Corps that way. Sharp. Okay. And do you need to fight the battle again? We might see about that. I think I might go ahead, due to the fact that we did just fight the battle last time. Well, sorry, last time. I think what we might do then is do a couple more things and then we can do that. I would like to get a squadron of ships moving up the actual river here. We did set that up, it didn't happen for some reason last time. So we're going to go ahead and set that up once again. Let me go ahead and actually zoom out here so we've got the music. Definitely need that music. Okay. So I'm going to have a new squadron here. Now I do wonder if I could actually have it created at Memphis, for example. So if I could do it at Memphis, we could actually... have them there, which would be nice. We'll try it out. We'll try it. We might actually want to go ahead and actually start to construct some new ships if we have the opportunity to do so, actually. So we have a cotton-clad here. Right, so put her to harbour. We've been here before, but it'd be worthwhile. So have cotton-clads. Warrior is such a good name. Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments actually talking about Tennessee, and obviously talking about we have to secure that area. That might be the only place that we might have an opportunity to change the outcome of the war, really. So I think this is worthwhile doing. Yeah, I really do want to look into those. I was in York on Sunday, actually, and I found a really superb second-hand bookshop, really superb. And I was actually trying to find some American Civil War history in there, but the fun thing, well, the actual fun thing was, the shop was like, it was huge, absolutely huge. I would definitely go there again. If you guys actually do live in the UK, and you'd like to look for a good bookshop, then do go ahead and check out Fossgate. I believe that was the name of the shop there. It's just next to a bridge. And anyhow, they did have an American, well, they had an American history section, but the issue is, I have to wear glasses because I'm blind as hell, and I had the sunglasses on, the prescription sunglasses on at the time, so I couldn't see Jack when I went upstairs. It was dark, but I just could not see Jack. And the strategy here is, I might have to turn the music down ever so slightly, but we'll see. The strategy here is we're going to send a number of cotton-clads and what ships we can spare, essentially, north through the Mississippi. And the idea is going to be to try and break the Union gunboat blockade. See, this is where these guys would come really in handy, these actual ironclads. The cotton-clads, I'd love to go ahead and compare though, see how they actually do compare. Might be worthwhile to get the timber-clads in there if we can. In fairness, I might as well go ahead and send what we can, really. So I think that's where we want to take an engagement. I've accidentally put some steamers in here, it seems. Right, it's going to take a few days for them to be ready there. We have sent more than I originally was going to send, but I think it's worthwhile. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the timber-clad in there. We do have a gunboat over here. The only issue is... Well, actually, no. Does she actually have... propulsion, sail, and steam? She's rather slow, but she still has guns. We don't need to worry tremendously about speed as such. We just need to get the ships there. Yes, I'm going to turn that music down in just a second there, Mark. I was just feeling the same there. Great, but a little bit loud. Turn that down there. Video volume. Okay, there we go. Heresy. If you want something that's really interesting to check out, the American Military History Podcast, could you go ahead and actually send me a link to that on my Discord? That'd be much appreciated. I'll have to take a look at that. Okay. Right, we're looking good. I'm so pretty glad that we actually got our campaign. We almost lost it, which was a shame there. Right then, okay. Yeah, we need to turn the Union over here. I need to actually go ahead and have like an actual map of the US states so I can actually recall which one. Yeah, so this is it. I had it actually said that Tennessee really is a key state here, and I can definitely see why. The reason being that Tennessee grants access to Mississippi, to Alabama, to Georgia, North Carolina. North Carolina, not so much due to the actual, the Appalachian Mountains over here, but they can find ways through here, I'd imagine. I'd imagine there's likely a way through here. Looks like that might be one path there, perhaps. But yes, it leaves Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas open there. We'll have to take a look at if we can actually afford another ship. I think we absolutely need ironclads. When are you going to free Nashville and bring back the fight into Kentucky, Missouri? That's a good question. Now, something that we need to take a look at then is, for some reason, you have to zoom out to this level before you can use these guys. Intelligence, okay. Workforce, yeah, there's a lot of workers obviously in this area here. Slavery, okay. Trade and supply. Support. Now, if we could win Kentucky, we might be able to have Kentucky secede and actually join the Confederacy. We do have Missouri over here as well, which may perhaps join us. We've got 55% here, we've got 50% over here in Kentucky. So 55, 50. These states over here, Illinois is staunchly Union, Indiana, staunchly Union, Ohio, again the same. And then obviously as we go further to the north, it gets worse. We do have Kansas over here, which is 30% CSA. But yeah, the only... Well, actually, no, the interesting thing is Maryland's actually quite close to Confederacy. We do have New Jersey there. Delaware is actually pretty close there. 35, well, I say pretty close. 35 is not very close, is it? Hey, did that Rezivo? Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, I really do love the map as well, my man. It is great. We don't even have that much support in Tennessee, which is a problem. We definitely have a lot, but not that much. North Carolina could do with being bulked out there. But I think this is where we need to win. We need to win in Missouri and Kentucky, but Kentucky is a battleground state. I tell you what, that is such a cool thing to say. I don't get to say that often. So I take a full advantage of it when I get the chance to. Okay, so we have our front lines here. Right, okay. So, let's take a look. We do have our policies in place. Actually, we do not yet. Okay, so we do have an option here. And I'm contemplating potentially industrialization as another option here into the armament of civilian ships. The reason being allows building a full third and second rate steamers with very low cost. I mean, this is the issue. It's going to hurt us. It's definitely going to hurt the economy. But if we can actually... I'll think of it in much better plummet. That's much appreciated, my man. But if we can actually get these ships out there and control the rivers, like the Mississippi, we might have an actual chance to possibly shift the war in another direction. I would love to actually have more government funding though as well. There's a lot of different things I want here. I could potentially increase the amount of policies we have, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, and add that halves the maximum tariffs the government will impose on imports. This action will be met with approval in Europe depending on southern cotton to run their textile mills, and relations are improved. I mean, we're at... I can go ahead and check on our relations. So the Union has 12, we're at 44 here, which is something that we do need to bear in mind. We could work down towards actually aligning ourselves towards the French, which is interesting. And it's not that far away. It is 1 to 3 policies ahead, and then obviously the 4th there being the actual policy for the intervention, which is interesting. We can organise a blockade running there, which is intriguing. Organise blockade running on national level with increased subsidies to run the trade war. The government imposes regulations on imports and controls at least partially what products are to be carried by blockade runners. Such action strengthens Union resolve, though that's the only problem there. But it would obviously keep the economy going there. We do have a number of options here, and a lot of these options are geared towards foreign intervention. Also, you need to take back those little forts on your coast. Yeah, that'd be excellent. I think maybe we go for the industrialization here. Industrialization focus allows higher subsidies to support private corporations in the heavy industry, making them more profitable, increasing supply and encouraging expansion. Industrial policies also allow new weapons and ship types to be produced in the nation's ironworks and ports. I think that's the way we go, because then, and I do think we'll go for the armament of civilian ships. I'm not going to enjoy the economic consequences of it, and this is it. It's very short-sighted. It's not something you do if you think you can actually win the war. At least you have a good chance of winning the war. You do this if you're desperate. Oh, how you doing there? Shut the heck up, Carl. I love that name. I don't know how you actually do Twitch stuff like that, so Twitch commands don't work in here because I don't know how to set them up. Frankly. So let's take a look at that. Okay, now mines. So, we have a gold mine here. We have a couple of coal mines. Copper mine. That is that a... oh, we have a lead mine here. Iron, coal, rock salt, which is intriguing there. Gold, okay. Coal. We don't have a lot of iron, though. Well, I say that. We have here, then, so that is coal, copper, so I wish I could sort this by what it is, then. So we have 1, 2, 3 there. 4. So we have 4 coal mines. We have 2 niter mines here, which is important. How you doing there, Menosphere? Good to have you, my man. Not seen you for a little while there. As we have 2 pizza... is it pizza mines? What is it called? Niter, that's it. So we have 2 niter mines, we have 4 copper mines, sorry, 4 coal mines, we have a copper mine, we have 2 gold mines, we have a saltpeter mine, I think it is. Let's see, this one here, what are you producing here? What are you actually mining for me? See, it doesn't look like it's actually doing jack for me right now. It has a workforce, but it's not producing anything right now, so it's not actually doing anything for me. And this is the Fredericksburg mine there. Yeah, the issue is we're lacking iron. We only have the 1 iron mine here, which is something of a problem. I do think that we do need to secure more iron mines, and so that's going to be something of a concern for us, really. So what I'm going to do here, then, I know it takes a little bit of time, but I like to do this sort of stuff. I like to really look and see what there is actually to take. So let's see over here, then. So, is this Tennessee again? Is it Tennessee? No, this is Kentucky, isn't it? This is Kentucky over here. The Union spots in the south are Union-held forts. Indeed they are. Right, okay. So you see Bowling Green out here. I do have a plantation. Right, let's see. Performance seems a little bit different, which is intriguing. I'm looking for these mines. That's what I'm looking for. But I tell you what, taking Kentucky would be incredible. I think this is where we fight here in London, which I love the name of. So we'll get the second card out here. What do we have here then? So we have the actual... So it looks like we actually have a depot out here, which is good there. Oh, not blocked. That's intriguing. Cumberland Gap. We have a copper mine out here then. Okay. So it doesn't look like we're actually going to gain mines here as such, but we do gain a lot from that state. I do think we need to concentrate on the state here. Now the question comes down to where could we actually source forces for a campaign of the north there? That's going to be the question. We could actually raise additional forces. And I think what we need to do is raise potentially more cannon. That's the thing that we're actually lacking here significantly. So if we go ahead and take a look at military. So what I'm going to do here then is not Army of the West. We have Army of East Tennessee, Army of Virginia, Army of the West. Is it Army of the West I want? Army of Mississippi. I think this is what I'm looking for. So we have 3rd Corps, Reserve Corps, 1st Corps, 2nd Corps. Right, okay. We do have Hubbard's Battalion over here. Hubbard's Battalion. Don't tell the AI to invade. Don't tell them to do that. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here then is actually have units created attached to the army, and then we can actually have them assigned to proper command later down the line. Right. Again, this is where I need to take a look and actually figure out which state I want to produce things in. Some of the venues take a little while to actually close, but I guess we're kind of used to that. Right, there we go. Right, so, Mississippi or Tennessee? Mississippi probably might be the one that I can actually produce it to. I'm not too sure where they actually are created. I imagine it will tell you when we get in there. I'd like, well, then again, do I want to create more cannon, or do I want to actually have more men? I think it's an interesting one because we do need more men in the field, but we need more cannon. And I think cannon is going to be one of those that we do need, especially direly. So we're going to add a new unit here, and we're going to go ahead and... Did I say Mississippi, was it? So we have Louisiana. Right, Mississippi here. So I do actually have drafts here, which is intriguing. But we do have volunteers here too, and I'd like to use volunteers. Though saying that, no, I think it's good. Volunteers do tend to have higher elan, one would say, than their drafted fellows. They have better morale. Now, the thing we might want to actually invest in is, rather than just cannon, we might want to go for horse artillery. And I think that does limit the potential size of the artillery piece there, but it does increase their mobility. And I think mobility and firepower is going to be absolutely essential here. I like that. It's pretty awesome. I do love these. These are absolutely amazing. There we go. Give them some nice purple pants. Gotta love those. So I'm going to recruit these. So I'm looking up at the top there where we have 2150k I'm going to see if that actually is taken away immediately. Doesn't seem like it is yet, but we'll see about that. So 92 support, recruits, okay. It's going to take, wow, it's going to take a long time there, actually. So this is not something you do on the, on the quick, on the easy. It doesn't make me worry about that. Let's see. I might want to go ahead and potentially produce more ironclads. The issue is we don't have that much in the way of iron. We definitely do need to secure more iron mines. What do you guys feel like? Do we recruit more cannon? Do we recruit more men? What should we do here? Or should we just simply give it a little bit of time, just see how we feel about things? Let's get the music back. No, it's not having it. Okay, fair enough. Right, so let's see what forces we have here then available. I could potentially move the... Well, we're moving Second Corps. The Army of Mississippi could potentially be shifted as well. It might be simply be the case that we potentially have the Army of Mississippi advance to this position here to possibly cover us. I do have First Corps here. I believe artillery is the future, indeed. It would definitely help us out. We do lack significant amounts of everything, really. Which is always a problem there. Let's go ahead then. We'll go ahead and create... Actually, I'm gonna have to see what the economy looks like. Right, so we have First Corps here. Actually, let's see. Has the Riverboat Squadron been created here? So I have... Oh, I have Tucker Squadron. Okay, so Tucker Squadron is here. Excellent. Condition is barely afloat. Disabled right now. So it's going to take some days for them to be made ready. Ideally, they can be made ready there. But 12 ships moving up the actual river here to link up with the Mississippi River Squadron of 6 ships there. That's 32 guns. That should be able to break the Union Riverboat Squadron over here, the Mississippi River Squadron. They have a lot of guns at 139, but if we can actually outdo them in terms of armor, that should make a difference. It depends on how much money you can throw at it. I don't fully get at what point do you hit a ceiling on dead. Well, this is it. We're still learning here, so there's definitely things that we'll learn to do in the future. Right, so we do have Army in Mississippi. I think I will add another battery of artillery then, and we'll see how things go. I suppose we can add to it slowly but surely, but I'd like to have it in the process of being created there. So I'm going to go for... I mean, luckily, recruits, we don't need that many. So I'm going to go for Mississippi again. We're going to go for horse artillery. That mobility would be absolutely supreme there, really. I don't imagine it's cheap. It's definitely not cheap. It's not cheap either way, really. But we'll see. We could potentially have weapons imported, which is going to be a very interesting aspect here for us. Okay, let's take a look at this one seriously. So we do have the First Corps here. The First Corps generally commands this area. The Union isn't marching as of yet. The thing is, if the Union does march, we could potentially pull back from here. These fortresses are potentially liability. These forts, sorry. We do have 2,000 men here. We have 6,000 men in this area here. What we might be able to do then is potentially have the Army of Mississippi. How you doing, man, Mike? Good to have you. We could potentially march this way. I'd love to actually move a significant amount of force to potentially turn their flank here. If we can turn their flank over here via Knoxville to London, and if we could turn the flank over here from Fayetteville, is that Caroline? Caroline? I don't know what that is. Carthago de Landa Est. There we go. We've got a little Lebanon over here. And we could actually turn their flank over here as well. So turn the flank on the west and in the east, that'd be great. If we could try and make their position here in the center untenable by having the riverboat. This really relies upon the riverboats. If we can secure control of the Mississippi, I think we can secure the Western Theater here. And that's going to be the key, I think, to our future. To the future of the Confederacy, essentially. Okay, so we're going to get things shifted. Performance does seem to be better, actually. Right, so beforehand we had been creating a depot. We are lacking supplies, which is a big problem. I think what we might need to do then is go ahead and invest in infrastructure. Give me your Indians. So I could create a rail line out here. I think that might be the way forward here, actually. So right now we have a rail line here from Jackson. And that rail line goes north. Yeah, goes north from New Orleans. This looks like a rail line that could be built. Yeah, that could be built over here. Okay. And that would connect us up over here, actually. That's actually a very important thing to have there. And that rail line heads out this way. To Mobile. Oh, Mobile. Ah, so we can actually have a rail line built here. Right. That's exactly what we need, and I do need to take care of that fort there. But I think we do invest in the rails over here to secure our positions if we can. And I do want to get that supply flowing to the north there, to the Army of the West. So let's see what happens here then. So this is being constructed now. Okay, I'm not too sure how long that's going to take, I'm not too sure how much it's going to cost us, but I think it's definitely worthwhile. So we can have the rail line built over here as well then. So that's going to start to be constructed here. I love the fact you can actually construct these rail lines. There's a lot of games where you cannot actually touch anything like the infrastructure. So this is actually fantastic for us. So this has been built up. I'm going to have it built up over here as well. I think having another rail line would be absolutely essential for us. The only issue is the Union could use it as well, but that would be a rail line then to Memphis. And that would connect it to the rail line over here as well. So being able to connect up to Memphis, and that turns Memphis into quite the logistical hub there for us, and for the Army of the Mississippi there. We already do have logistics here in the form of the rail lines, but I think further strengthening that would be an excellent idea. Okay, they're going to take some time to move. What we could do then is potentially, as we have fought the battle prior, I could actually have our army in the peninsula begin marching upon the foe, the dreaded Union. I believe there's an auto-resolve option, so we can have it auto-resolved and then progress forward. Which might not be a bad idea. They're lacking supply right now. I wonder if that's due to the campaign not actually beginning here. So let's start play. And there we go. And we're going to leave it here for episode 6. Thank you for watching.